What if I told you that one of the world's biggest Afrobeat stars almost never made it? That before the fame, before the billion streams, before the sold out shows, there was a boy in Benin City fighting just to survive. This is the unbelievable journey of Divine Ikubo, better known as Rema, from hardship and controversy to breaking records and putting Afrobeat on the global stage. Stay tuned, because once you start this story, you won't want to stop until the very end. Divine Ikubo was born on May 1, 2000 in Benin City, Nigeria. His childhood was far from easy. He lost both his father and his older brother at a young age, a pain that shaped his outlook on life. Growing up in a modest home, Divine was forced to mature faster than most kids his age, but even in hardship, he carried a spark. He sang in church, rapped in school, and wrote down lyrics whenever inspiration struck. The streets of Benin were rough, but within that chaos he found rhythm. Music became not just a hobby, but an escape, a way to dream beyond the four walls of his environment. Life wasn't kind to him. Poverty forced him into survival mode. And in the shadows of his come-up, rumors swirled. One of the most talked about stories from his early years was the alleged theft of a friend's laptop, which he reportedly sold to make ends meet. True or not, it became a symbol of the desperation he faced. Many young Nigerians know that same struggle, the choices you make when the world leaves you with little to nothing. For Rema, it was a dark cloud that followed him, but it also became part of his story of resilience. Despite the struggles, Rema never stopped grinding. In 2018, he began uploading short freestyle videos to Instagram. One in particular, his freestyle over the Prince's track Gucci Gang, went viral. That video changed everything. The Prince, impressed by the young boy's raw talent, reached out. And soon, Divine was flown to Lagos, the heartbeat of Nigeria's music industry. There, he met Don Jazzy, one of Africa's most influential producers and the founder of Maven Records. By 2019, Rema officially signed to Jonesing World, a subsidiary of Maven Records. The boy from Benin had now entered the big leagues. In March 2019, Rema dropped his debut self-titled EP. From that project came Dumebi, the song that would change his life. With its catchy hook, youthful energy, and fresh sound, Dumebi exploded across Nigeria and beyond. Suddenly, Rema wasn't just an underground talent, he was a national star. Teenagers danced to his sound, DJs couldn't stop spinning his track, and critics hailed him as the future of Afrobeat. He wasn't afraid to experiment, blending Afrobeat with trap, Indian-inspired melodies, and futuristic sounds. A new wave had arrived, and it was called Rema. With success came pressure. Some listeners mocked his sound as cartoonish or childish. Others doubted if he could stand the test of time. But while critics talked, Rema worked. Instead of folding under the weight of doubt, he doubled down. He pushed his artistry further, fusing sounds no one expected. For Rema, criticism wasn't a barrier, it was fuel, and with every release, he silenced more doubters. Rema's ambition was always global, and soon the world began to notice. His music caught ears beyond Africa, landing him on international playlists and festival stages. In 2022, he released Calm Down, a song that would catapult him into worldwide stardom. When Selena Gomez jumped on the remix, the track became unstoppable. It climbed charts across Europe, America, and Asia, making history as one of the biggest Afrobeat records ever. From Lagos to London, Paris to New York, Rema's sound was everywhere. He wasn't just representing Nigeria, he was exporting Afrobeat to the world. By the age of 23, Rema had accomplished what many artists only dream of. Calm Down became the first Afrobeat song to surpass 1 billion streams on Spotify. He sold out the iconic O2 Arena in London, cementing his status as a global star. He performed at the Ballon d'Or in Paris, sharing Afrobeat with football's biggest night. He became one of the youngest Nigerian artists to headline festivals and tour arenas worldwide. Rema wasn't just making music, he was making history. In 2024, Rema returned to Benin. He donated $905 million to a Christ Embassy church in the city during a Sunday service after his homecoming concert. He stated that the donation was an act of gratitude for the church's support for his family after his father's death. Specifically, he mentioned that when he was 8 years old and his family was struggling, the pastors of the church opened a shop for his mother, which allowed her to take care of them. From a boy in Benin City, carrying the pain of loss and the weight of poverty, to a man selling out stadiums across the world, Rema's journey is proof that greatness is born in struggle. He's part of a new generation of Afrobeat stars, alongside Burna Boy, Wizkid, and Davido, but his sound is entirely his own. At just 23, he's already carved his name in the history books. And the most exciting part? This is only the beginning. The world hasn't seen the full force of Rema yet. This has been the story of Rema, the boy who turned struggle into stardom. If you enjoyed this journey, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and share this video with your friends. More incredible Afrobeat stories are coming your way, and trust me, you don't want to miss them.